Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning, colleagues. A lot of consideration has gone into the drawing of these maps. And we know what some of those things are, right? Population, demographics, political trends, and yes, incumbency. And as other speakers on these maps have noted, it's not about protecting one person. It's about protecting the relationship that a community has with their chosen representatives. But did anyone who drew these maps stop to consider its impact on women in the legislature, and women's voices across the state? Of the 180 representatives serving right here in this body, only 63 of us are women, approximately 35%, even though we represent half of the entire human experience on this planet. Of course, the Senate is worse. Of 56 senators, only 17 of them are women, approximately 30%. According to the Center for American Women in Politics at Rutgers University, in the year 2021, women comprise 31% of state legislators nationally. Women of color make up only 26.5% of those women currently serving in state legislatures. A recent editorial in the AJC points out that the redistricting process can be especially challenging for female representatives. Women are usually more recently elected and therefore less likely to serve in leadership. That makes them more vulnerable to the power dynamics that impact redistricting. At a time when the number of women elected to local office is just starting to climb out of the basement, we should not be drawing maps that make it harder for women incumbents or harder for women to run and win in new districts. We should not be making changes that have a greater impact on districts held by women. But unfortunately, that is exactly what this Senate map does. In drawing the proposed new Senate District 48, the Republican map is targeting a female senator, my senator, the woman that my community chose to represent us, who happens to also be the only female Asian American senator serving in the entire state of Georgia. The Republican map is also making major changes to the 6th Senate District, which is held, yes, by another prominent female senator. With so few women serving Georgia to begin with, how is it that so many of them are being targeted with harmful redistricting changes? We are watching a process in which primarily men are using their accumulated power to diminish the political impact of female legislators and therefore Georgia voters. So what does this all mean for women of Georgia? It means that the issues impacting women the most, and I would argue impacting families the most, including childcare, maternal mortality, reproductive health, will continue to be overlooked and underfunded. So let's be truthful. When you use the redistricting process to harm and target women's districts, you harm and target all women and all families across the state of Georgia. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield.